everybody. You're listening to High Tea with Mel, Kellen K. If you're down for some unapologetic and unfiltered discussions from melanated perspectives, let's get this chat steeped and brewed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all? Did you get some rest? No, tired.
Yeah, we need a little bit more. Maybe
Correct.
4 more hours.
Make it 2 more days, and I agree.
It was a late night last night.
Mm-hmm.
And not all for fun reasons.
Yeah.
Being
At least it feels like fall in the morning. I like that.
I know, I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it.
I'm waiting for this room to become an icebox.
For real.
I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, welcome back.
Hello.
We are gonna make this a short one for y'all, the best we can, so that way y'all can go and enjoy your weekend or your week whenever you decide you're gonna listen to this. Do your thing. Appreciate you listening. But today, the ladies and I are gonna talk about what we want the world to know about us, and kind of talk about that a little bit, but it's a weird one. And I don't know if we're gonna have a social media moment. Do y'all have one? Because I sure don't.
Oh, no. Social media is just trash right now. It's too confusing and messy.
I just haven't had the time.
Yeah.
Like the queen died. I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah. Rest your soul for 10 days.
Peace out, shawty. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I guess we might not have a social media moment. I'm sure we can figure out a simmer down now or something.
I mean, I could send y'all something I saw when I woke up this morning. It's pretty funny.
Send it, girl.
Shoot it.
All right, gotcha.
Sliding them GMs.
Let me do your thing. Let me do my thing.
Do your thing, baby. And we're going to do a little 90s trivia, okay?
I'm excited.
I'm kind of excited too.
Yeah. This would be fun.
This is the part of trivia I think I'm going to like.
Mm-hmm.
Not having to figure out the answers.
Yeah.
I love this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go ahead and wrap us up with our weekly recommendations. So, ladies, so a little backstory for y'all listeners. This was not our topic. I just wasn't feeling it. And neither were the girls. So we remixed it. A.K. Kelly did.
Zika, zika, zika.
It would be like that sometimes.
I mean, but seriously, because like I pulled it up and I was like, what?
I was feeling dyslexic, to be quite honest.
I was like, what the crack was I on when I wrote this? Like, I don't understand what this is supposed to mean or how I'm supposed to explain this.
What was
So
it before
Kelly-
anyway?
It was just another version of what we wish the world knew. But the way it was written just didn't make sense.
It was confuzzled.
It was just fucked up. Just you can call it. So it was a no. So Kelly asked the question of, she took it as what the world knew about me. And I was like, yo, that question has been on my mind, like, active lately. So I thought this was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think while thinking about this topic, I figured out the why, but not the actual answer to the question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I can see.
So maybe in this conversation, I will figure it out. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
With 2 other perspectives right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So were y'all able to figure out what you would want the world to at least know one thing about you?
Yeah.
Did you, Keish?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, well, tell me, and I'll explain my thought process after.
Okay. Well, I'll go with mine. I've kind of talked about it in the past, pretty surface level. And this past weekend, like last weekend, my parents actually came down to visit me after maybe 3 months of me having been here. And when they left, for some reason, I just had this pit in my stomach. And if nobody else knows, I am an only child. Obviously, been an only child since birth. And,
Who you wouldn't say?
some people don't think correctly.
You're right.
I have been struggling with being an only child and getting older, as well as your parents getting older. And I don't think a lot of people really think that being an only child is actually a burden, and it weighs very, very, very heavy on yourself as you get older. And my parents had me when they were 36 years old, which is older compared to most people.
Right.
And they're already, what, 64-ish, 65, depending. I can't do math right now. It's too early. But for many people, that is older to have parents when you're only 29 years old. And when they left, I kind of choked up because you never know when the last time it is you're going to see your parents. And for me, I'm very close with them. Like, they pretty much know everything. And we have a very open relationship, both independently with my mom and dad, and as together as um, three family members. And maybe about 2 months ago, um, over WhatsApp video call, I just met my other six cousins from my uncle's his uncle's children, my uncle's children, and I've never met them before. I've heard of them, and it was so emotional because I've heard of them, but I've never seen them in person. And to me, it was like, okay, well, once my parents die, at least I maybe have some more family that I could have as a support system.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a thing where, yeah, those are cousins, those are still your family, and I have aunts and uncles. But in general, my entire family is small, but my family is literally my mother and father. Whereas my friends, like you and Melissa, and all my other friends, they have siblings. Whether or not they're close or they're estranged or they are close, uh, they have siblings that they can call up at any time. I don't.
Right.
And that is kind of scary. And I know in a previous episode we talked about how, or I talked about how death is very easy for me to talk about, but this kind of death is like a death of, you're going to be alone no matter
Yeah.
how you look at it. I'm just going to be alone, and that's terrifying. I'm fine with the death aspect. That's going to happen. I'm fine with it. But it's a thing where there's going to be a day where I wake up and I'm going to be completely alone. I'm not going to get that phone call. I'm not going to be able to call my parents. And I'm just going to be out here solo dolo. That's it. Whether I have a partner, whether I have my friends, you two in my corner, it's never going to be the same without my two parents. And I just want people to understand that, yeah, being an only child may seem very cool, and you get everything you want, which that's the stereotypical description of an only child. I've never been bratty. I've never been handed anything. I grew up as if I had siblings, because when I do tell people that I'm an only child, they're shocked because I don't act in such a way. And I think for a lot of me also, that's why I've become extremely hyper independent. And I do so much and I'm doing the most all the time because I need to get rid of that stereotype. And I don't want other people to look at me as entitled or what they may assume that I would be as a singleton. And it's just a heavy burden as you get older. And yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I struggle with on a daily basis, independently and walking through the world, is just trying to mask my feelings toward being an only child, losing parents, and also busting that stereotype of only children.
Well,
I mean,
goddamn,
that is
Kelly.
all
I'm
real.
sorry.
No, that's your truth. That's your feelings, and goddamn, Kelly.
What? I
I
had to
can
get it off
relate
my
to
chest.
that.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My siblings, like my sister on my mom's side, technically grew up with me, but even to that, she was a grown ass woman.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I would see my siblings on occasion, but it didn't feel like I had siblings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like now as an adult, I feel like I have siblings because we're close and we talk and we have real conversations. But when I was a kid, no. Like they treated me like I was their daughter. Like my brother literally
Mm.
sees me like a daughter.
Right. Because of that age gap.
Yeah, I have a huge
Mhm.
age
Mhm.
gap.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely understand that
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I think that's a part of the reason why this question's been coming up in my head so much
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that one, I'm reminded literally every day between my bones, these kids out here, and just all the things reminding me that I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then time is not literally stopping no matter what I have to say about it.
Yeah.
So it's like between that and the current work environment I'm in right now, the people I work with actually have lives
Yeah.
because they're not struggling. And not to say I'm not struggling because I definitely am. But they're not like dealing with the normal everyday stuff that we deal with and have to think
Mhm.
about because their annual income is much higher than mine,
Mm-hmm.
like as a
Mhm.
couple.
Yep.
So they're always asking me questions about like life and what are my hobbies and like what I did this weekend and all this shit. And I'm like, I don't do nothing.
Mhm.
I don't get to go to the lake house and just hang out.
Right.
Like legit, that's their weekends.
Or
Be like,
take a
oh
day
yeah, I went
trip.
to my aunt's lake house and we hung out with the kids,
We
which
Mhm.
is
don't
all
come
fine
from
and
those
dandy. And
backgrounds.
that is a goal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like we want to give our kids those backgrounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I want to be able to give my kid like, yo, we're going to Aunt Keishana's lake house. Like
Aunt
we out.
Kishana will have a lake house or a beach house
Bet.
Like I'm just saying, like,
or a cabin
but like
somewhere.
that's not our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
So to them, I'm boring because as a person who doesn't want to spend money because I have future goals and I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck,
Mhm.
sitting on my couch is the happiest place I could fucking be.
It's the safest place,
Mhm.
honestly.
That as well.
Mhm. Yeah, and it sucks that it's very hard for us to act our age because of those issues.
And I don't honestly know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
what
I
it
hear
means
it all the
either.
time lately.
Mhm.
Oh, I literally told my boyfriend yesterday, I was like, I think even this morning, at my job, obviously I deal with weddings and stuff. And a lot of the couples my age, everyone's like, how old are they? Oh my God, they're so young. Oh, they don't know anything yet. First of all, bitch, I know a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you speaking about them or speaking about me?
Yep.
Because 7 times out of 10, people don't even know my age. They think I'm
Yeah.
older than I am.
Ooh, yeah.
Which also, ow,
You don't look it though.
it feels it. But anyways, I digress.
Just lotion up and you'll be good.
Yeah, just every day my moisturizer is on point.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And your sunscreen's on that skin.
Yes, every day. But anyways, yeah, it's just shit like that. I'm just like, people don't always, and this is a part of the PC culture bullshit that I unfortunately have to agree with. It's like people don't always think about what they're saying, who it can affect,
Yeah.
and that those are those triggers that people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did she wild out just now? Because the words you just said literally reminded her of this one time that this one thing happened that was terrible for her.
Yeah.
But how the fuck are they supposed to know that? But anyways, that has nothing to do with our topic. But yeah, what about you, Miss Keish?
I mean, are are we moving on? Or are we still kind of discussing Kelly's a little bit?
all of it.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you want to add.
so I'm gonna add a little bit to Kelly's because I do feel you to a certain extent with that statement,
Mm-hmm.
because in my more pivotal years of growing up, like majority of my whole entire teenage years into like my early 20s, I wasn't around my siblings. So at the age of 12, my brother made the decision to leave New York and join the military, and my sister lived in another country her whole entire life. So once my brother left, I was basically left as the only child with my parents. And my parents were very work oriented, not because that's what they chose to do, but that was the circumstances that they had no choice but to do, because they had a house, they had kids to take care of, they had bills to pay, they had no choice. So majority of my teenage years was left alone. So I did have to become more independent
Mm-hmm.
with that solitude that I was given. And I think that's why even till now as an adult, I don't really care for the company of other people.
Yes.
Like being alone doesn't bother me, like doing things alone doesn't bother me, like, and I think a lot of the times, like, people think, just like you said, that only children are very needy.
Mm-hmm.
I would think, or clingy and stuff like that. Like, don't get it twisted. I've known examples of only kids who are that.
Oh, girl, yes.
I've known only kids who are the example of that and have grown out of it. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, even though I had siblings, I didn't have that connection with my siblings until I was older, until I was much more older. And even till now, we live in the same vicinity of each other, but my siblings have their own families to take care of. They have their own kids, they have their own responsibilities to take care of. And we see each other in passing. We have a few conversations in passing, and then we keep it pushing. That's literally our lives now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the times, even to having siblings, there is a level of connection and a level of disconnect in those relationships as well, especially if you weren't forced to be close.
Right.
And I'm not saying that me and my siblings aren't close. We are. Like, I would destroy the moon for them if I had to. But it's just, it's a different level, and I do understand how you feel. Like, if I was to lose my parents tomorrow, that would be the most devastating thing in my life. Like, I would not know what to do, how to function, because it's my parents. Like, how do I move on from that? So
Mm-hmm.
I do 100% feel you when it comes to that sentiment, because I am close to both of my parents as well. And I have a very good relationship with both of them. So I do
Mm-hmm.
understand that. But even to that, my siblings may have a different form of relationship with my parents, and their hurt may not be as strong as my hurt, because I'm also the baby.
Right.
So that's a whole different connection. And I've been with my parents my whole entire life versus my siblings who chose to move away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz it's just like, for me, I always felt like, and I know you understand this, cuz I always felt like there's a guilt and an obligation towards
Yes.
them. So when you speak about your parents, it's literally exactly how I feel about mine.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you owe them something, even though you know
Mm-hmm.
you don't.
Yeah.
And you know that they don't want you to feel like that either. And that's
That's
why I always tell people, when my parents get old, I don't care that I have two other siblings. My siblings are not going to take care of my parents the way I will,
mm-hmm.
because I feel like I owe them that.
Yeah.
So I do feel you on that. That's why I was just like, damn, Kelly, yeah, you touched the soft spot for me.
Yeah, I know. We're the same person when it comes to that.
Like,
Like,
you
we don't
touched the
like
soft
it.
spot for no, and it's one of those things that sucks, because like, it's like, I want to, like, what's the thing I'm talking about? Like, I always want to be somewhere close to my parents, just in
Mm-hmm.
case. Like, I don't care if my siblings want to move to fucking Finland if they wanted to. Like, go ahead, do your thing. Just make sure I can see just make sure that you have a bed ready for me when I'm ready to come see my nieces and my nephews.
Mm-hmm.
But my parents is a whole other thing. It's just like, no, like, I need to be somewhere near them.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even because of me, it's because my dad is basically your parents. My dad's in his 60s. My mom is about to be 60. So it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's gonna happen. And the other day, my dad scared the shit out of me. He was coming out the car. He has a sedan and it's very low. and he was coming out the car, and we were talking, and he did like a buckle, and I was like, his hip
Oh,
went down,
God.
and I was just like, nah,
No,
no,
we ain't going in
no,
yet.
go to the doctors. We ain't doing that.
Mhm.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
Because I already know if something does happen to my parents, either one of them, I will be the sole responsibility for them
Mhm.
because I don't have any other human being that I'm responsible for
Yeah.
at this current moment. So I know that will fall on me, and I know it will fall on me for the fact that I am the most connected to my parents.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very tough bargain. You don't think about this shit when you're in like your early 20s, when you're a
You
teenager.
seriously don't.
But for some reason, the
Hell
older you
no.
get, you start to think about, what am I going to do with my parents?
Uh-huh.
What am I going to do with my parents? Like, what's going to happen to them?
Yeah.
Well, it's more of we're realizing our mortality, which
Yeah.
means they have mortality.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Closer.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when you're young, it's easy to say YOLO. I got
Yeah.
all this time, blah 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 blah. I'm fuck
Love
shit up right
YOLO.
now.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you get older, you start realizing, no, there's no YOLO.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, YOLO, we only live once, but no YOLO. I don't want to live my life by that motto.
Yeah.
Like I
No, it
want
sounds painful.
it does. it
Because-
sounds very reckless.
I'm being honest.
Sounds very reckless.
Well, and death is not based off of age anymore. It never has been. But
Oh
in
no.
this current day and age, it has nothing to do with the number that you are, because
And
anything could happen at any given moment.
and as we see in the media, death does not discriminate.
Mm-hmm.
She will come for you whenever she wants to come for you.
Yep.
And death is a woman because that bitch is brutal.
It sure is.
She
Mhm.
brutal.
Yeah.
She feisty.
I mean, my heart sinks if I call my mom or dad or I text them and they don't respond within 5 minutes. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, where are you? What happened? I know you're in the car. I know you were going somewhere. Why haven't you responded back? And so I'm triple texting. And then when I finally get the call, I'm like, you didn't answer the damn phone, Ma.
Mhm.
Because, like, you can't do that at that age. It's frightening. It really is.
Yep.
See, but on the other side of that, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, our parents are on the better side of their age. Like
Yeah.
they're
Yes,
doing
thank
fine.
God.
They
Thank
are.
God.
And as now someone who is at the age where I will not answer you if I'm doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I love you. I got a text from yesterday that still need to be answered.
Mm-hmm.
Just is what it is.
Yeah.
But parents, like, especially if they're like my dad, that motherfucker does not do well on just conversational texting. He's not even good at conversations, if I'm being honest with you. At least with me. And it's not anything personal, it's just how he is.
Yeah.
But
your
still.
your dad's like one of those guys that's like a little aloof, but he's not aloof. It's a weird middle ground.
Yeah, he can make friends with a rock. But then you try to talk to him and he's just like,
Huh?
and I'm like,
yeah. And it's like, okay, all right, it's fine.
energy's not giving
Move
it,
on.
but it's fine. Anyways, so I can't get mad if they're not answering me in a timely fashion.
Just as long as you respond back, that's all I care
Yeah.
As long
about.
as you
That's it.
respond back. Like if I don't hear from you within 24 hours, except for my mom because she's crazy,
Yes.
I'm assuming the worst.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that
I
I
get
don't
that.
assume anything about my mom, but she's complicated.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just as complicated.
She's got too many backstories.
Mhm.
So for normal parents, I will not get upset, but I need you to answer me within like 12 hours. Like,
Yeah,
this is
definitely.
unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
I do not agree to these terms.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we kind of have like similar experiences and understandings about that. And maybe if anybody else has this thought process, let us know. Let's bond over that.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. As so for me, I'm gonna move on from this topic now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So minds that I wanted to put out there, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier just now. I do, as I gotten older, I've realized and I've come to terms and I've accepted the fact that I have a little bit of social anxiety. It's nothing extreme, but I do feel a certain anxiousness when I know I have to leave my house and go socialize with people,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's especially outside of work, cuz work I don't mind. It's work. So in that setting of socializing, I'm fine with, but when I know that I have to go be a little brighter when I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be brighter or I'm not feeling it, I do have a little anxiety when it comes to that type of thing, and it goes back to me having a lot of solitude in my life when I was younger, and learning how to deal with that and accepting that, and then having it become part of my personality. So even when like people call me sometimes, I do get a little anxious before I pick up the phone because I don't know what's going to happen on that phone call until I have the phone call. Then I'm just like, okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Because I don't know what questions I'm going to be asked today. I don't know what we're going to talk about today. So there is a little bit of anxiety if
I
you
have the
guys can
same
relate.
anxiety,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
and it's a
just
part
like,
of my job.
yeah, because you know what you know where it comes from. It comes from the fact that not only the fact that I have like that little bit of solitude. It comes from the fact that it's a part of it's that socialization. You kind of cannot control it,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. Especially once you start speaking to people, because you can't control other people. Like, I mean, kind of wish I could, but I can't. So,
In the perfect world, I can.
right, in my world, I could, but
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of called a dictatorship. But it's okay. It's okay.
That's fine.
But but yeah, I've come to terms with it as I've gotten older. I've tried to fight it for a very, very, very long time,
I
and I don't
it's a
anymore.
real.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
relatable.
anymore. Like, there's certain people that I love having conversations with and speaking to, like you guys and other friends of mine. And then there's like last weekend. I mean, by the time we post is going to be almost a whole month. But but I had to be in a social situation because a friend of me and my man are getting married. So we had to be in a social situation to celebrate their pre-marriage engagement, I guess, engagement party. Is that what it's called?
Uh, no,
I don't know what it's called. I don't know the technical names of these things. It's just
it's a celebration. People just like
yeah,
to have fucking
yeah,
celebrations for
before the wedding.
celebrations.
That's the stuff you do before the wedding.
Let's
So
get drunk.
yeah, let's get fucked up. Yeah, exactly. But in that type of situation, I don't mind because everyone who attended, I know them. I know them and I have a rapport with them. Like, if one of them pulled me aside, I'm not going to feel anxious because I know how this person is, and our personalities blend and stuff like that. Situation like that, I'm fine with. But if you're just throwing me in a group of friends of friends of friends of friends that I've never met before, that makes me super anxious.
Mm-hmm.
That will where my anxiety will be like, I don't know shit about this bitch. Like, why is she looking at me like that? Like, yes, my dress is nice. Get out my face. So it's stuff like that.
Not to get out my face.
I
Like, why
definitely
is she
feel
rubbing
you.
her
I
arm
get
against
that.
mine? It's like,
First of all, why
you're
are you
sitting too
touching
close.
me?
You're sitting too close. Goodbye.
I sat way too close to my sister in law the other day, and I told my boyfriend, I was like, that was too close for my comfort.
Back up.
I love her. That's just too close for my comfort. That whole seating setup ain't a thing, but it is what it is. No, I feel that though,
Yeah.
because like you two know this. Those who listen know this. I do sales. I have to talk to people every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
But having that anxiety, like that shit cut my ambition and progress back hard.
I know.
Yeah.
It goes back to the having to pick up that phone and make that call or answer that call and not knowing what direction that conversation is going to go. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a tad bit easier like on text or on email
Yes.
because you can type out full words with no interruptions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it's like you have the time to curate your response back, or you have time to curate your initial message. But when it comes to actually physically having the conversation, it's just like, oh God.
Yeah.
Like, do I
Fuck.
have to?
Like, right. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then if I pause or I give myself time to think, I'm gonna sound like I'm gonna look like I'm being like a dick or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all those little factors. I think it's also because of the fact that we came in a generation that you had to be more aware of social
you
cues
speak.
and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
had to be more aware of it. Like you had to be aware of the fact that if you pause too much in a sentence, it makes you seem like you don't want to have the conversation. If
Or
you're
use
using
Filler words.
right, or if you're using certain homonyms and stuff like that. I forgot exactly what the words like and those type of words are. It makes you seem like you're less intelligent.
Yeah.
So all that shit got
Yes.
thrown on us, and it's just like, no, this is just my way of fucking processing. This is how I know how to process. I say like a lot because I'm a fucking person who likes to have comparative narrative. I like that shit. It makes
like
life
that shit.
easier for me.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm less intelligent. I am probably more intelligent people who have fucking bachelors and doctorates and shit like that, but it's just how I process. It's the way I go about things.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Well,
there was a no. Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Kelly.
Oh, no. There was a time, and I still kind of do it, but I've gotten a little bit better. There was a time where, when I would speak to people, whether it was before I talk to them on the phone, I would literally have an entire conversation in my head and think of all the possibilities of how that question could be asked and then what my response could be to that question. And I would write it down in a book and just have the book ready to go like I was taking spark notes because I just wanted to be prepared for anything. I don't
Yeah.
like to be caught off guard. And I think that also is a thing with us three is that we do like a little bit of control. And like how Kashana just said, you don't know how that conversation is going to turn out. So we like to be ready and prepared for business.
Yep.
And of course, it's not good and it sounds pretty insane to pre plan your answers. But for me, like we're talking about, I get nervous talking to people I don't really know. Because
Yep.
what if you're trying to F me over? What if you're trying to misconstrue my words? Like, I want to
Which
be
most
ready for
people
that.
are.
Yeah. I'm guarded.
Respectfully.
Mhm.
Yep.
No, but that part is just like a part of just like our everyday anxieties.
Mhm.
I feel like we've gone on a long tangent about this. Actually, I don't remember where I was going with this, so I'm good. Sorry, it's been that kind of week.
You got one, Mo?
I would say like the closest I've figured out what mine would be is 9 times out of 10, do not read my face
Mm.
because it's just not how I'm actually thinking.
Mhm.
I don't know what my face does half the time, to be quite frankly honest with you. Between my face and the what Kishana just brought up of like the insecurities of talking,
Mhm.
between those two things, that's like my daily struggles, like on the list,
Yeah.
especially in my current work environment.
Yeah.
Where everyone is so, oh, I went to this school and they went to vacation here and so if you misspeak, people do genuinely think you are dumb.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, bitch, I come from a different world where yes, we care about grammar, but if you fuck up on your words, you fuck up on your words. You make a joke and keep it moving.
Yep.
Mhm.
Not make me feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's like between my facial expressions and speaking to people, it's just like I'm naturally spicy and sassy. So, yes, I like to plan out my responses. I like to prepare for as many of the conversations I fucking can.
Mhm.
Like my wedding next weekend, you want to know how many lists I have going right now?
A plethora.
Just trying to prepare for all the things. And I'm sure I don't need to, but I'm going to.
Mhm. It makes
Just to
you
put
feel
my
better.
anxiety away.
Yeah.
I feel that.
It's all to make you feel more comfortable,
Yeah.
which
Correct.
nobody can knock you down for because it's your life, it's your mental capacity. If you need to do the most insane things, do it. It's not affecting
Especially
anybody
to be
else.
prepared.
Yeah.
Like no one on this podcast likes to walk into a scenario and not be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
because once again, it goes back to feeling like an idiot.
And if you do, that's a fucking lie. You lying to yourself.
You can have
For
fun with that
real.
shit. My anxiety ain't built that way.
Mm-mm.
My body will cuss me out hard. So yeah, that's just my only real thoughts on it so far. But usually these thoughts come up on my way walking to work.
Yeah, they always do.
They always do.
Oh my gosh. How am I going to conquer this day?
They
For the
sneak
next
up on me
5
when I'm
days?
cooking.
In a shower.
Especially in the
Oh!
fucking shower.
God, that steam makes everything come out.
And that's why I just started
Anxiety,
watching YouTube in the
congestion.
shower.
Oh.
I'm like, I need to hear other people's problems. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Shoot, mine's is like walking to work or late at night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, late at night is the worst.
Keyword, I have 50,000 lists because that's when I'm typing them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting in bed, not sleeping, even though I need to sleep because these bags are getting quite large and
Vintage?
designer. Thank you.
But
But I need to sleep. But no, I'm sitting up like, all right, what is my timeline for this? Who do I need to send things to? What do I need to do? What do I need to build? Too much.
Yeah.
Keyword, I'm doing an escort board as we're doing this podcast.
We love a multi-talented and tasking queen.
Yes, we do.
We're trying to be. I'm trying to be like these people and enjoy my weekend.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, I feel good.
Yeah. I've cacawed what was on my
Caw.
heart. Fly like a bird. I want to fly away.
I don't know where I'm going.
I don't know where my home is.
Oh my God. Speaking of 90s. Oh my gosh. What an entrance.
Yes, as Miss Kelly said. Let's do some 90s trivia, y'all. We're going to switch this up and
Let's
just
do it.
end on a lighthearted
Do it.
note.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
So do we want to start with trivia or do we want to talk about the things we love?
Let's start with the trivia.
Yeah.
Trivia.
And I think we can end with the things that we love.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have our categories. We have general 90s, fashion, music, or film and TV.
Let's do some fashionistas.
Fashion. I need to go watch Clueless soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's pick one that's really fun. Ooh, what type of shoe sold 5 million pairs in 1992?
Whoa, what?
Say that again.
Think about our age.
Oh, well, I don't know.
What type of shoe sold 5 million pairs in 1992?
Platforms. No?
Mary
Nope.
Jane's?
Nope. One more try.
Oh, crap.
Can we have a hint? Is it like
Can I
sneakers?
phone a friend?
Can you phone a friend?
Wait, is it like sneakers or
Oh, man.
Yes.
they're sneakers?
Jordans?
Yes. No.
Nike?
I don't know.
All right. It's light up sneakers.
Oh, I didn't have
I
light-up
said think
sneakers.
about our age at that time.
I know, but
I wasn't
damn.
born 92. I wasn't even
Girl,
a
it's
thought.
1 year.
I'm just saying. That was the only clue I could think of.
I didn't have light up sneakers.
No, I didn't
Oh,
have
I
light-up
sure
sneakers
did.
either.
Oh.
I was sparkling everywhere.
Sparkling.
First of all, I my 90s was inside of a country that didn't become modern until a little bit more modern until 2010. So
Melissa was Twinkle Toes.
I sure was. Learning jazz hands and
everything
all.
sparkles and glows.
Oh my God.
Don't play with me. I know that whole entire theme song for Twinkle Toes. Them shoes.
Yep. Oh wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do one more in fashion. Just
Okay.
this one I like. What did many people in the 90s use instead of a purse? And here's a clue. I use them on my wedding days.
A fanny pack.
Fanny pack!
Woo! Yes! The thrush pusher. That's what I call them, thrush pushers.
Thrush pusher. I love that. Using that. All right, we're going to do music next.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead. I'm not doing that. All right, I need some background music while I pick a good one. Oh, I like this.
What happened?
I love that.
What happened to that note?
I thought she was ready.
I am.
Oh,
It
okay.
just
She is
cracked me up.
ready.
Sorry. This one is funny. Well, what is special about the song Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice?
That his name was Vanilla Ice.
Wrong.
That he drank vanilla lattes.
No.
It was a parody of another song, wasn't it?
I think that is right, but not for this particular question. So, it was the first rap song to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's why I was like, this is a good one.
Interesting. Huh.
All right,
Congratulations,
let's-
Vanilla Ice.
Mm-hmm. Wherever you at now?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this one. Who came up with the name In Sync?
Oh. Oh, man. I watched that documentary. Oh, Pearlman.
Who?
Lou Pearlman?
No.
Oh, okay.
Justin Timberlake's mama.
Oh, his mama
Oh,
did.
his mom?
Yup.
Interesting.
I
She's
wasn't
not
going to
that
say
sexy back.
JT because he does not have that much creativity in him to think about something like that.
Listen, minus that country album, Homeboy's albums are always fire, though.
Yeah, that 2020, that was great. That whole concert was amazing.
Still remember all the dance moves, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do a little film and TV. Go ahead and give me some background music while I give y'all a good one.
Give me that beat. Boom, 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 boom. Give me that beat. Give me that beat. Hey, 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 hey. Give me that beat. Hey, 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 hey.
Fucking stupid.
We need help. Someone call a therapist.
She's on speed dial already.
We need a group session.
Okay, I found one. Which movie released in 1999 was the first movie to gross more than $1 billion?
1999.
1997, sorry.
Oh, 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is it a common name movie? Is it very common? We should know this.
Yes.
Oh no, Titanic.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's my movie.
Really? I was
Yes.
thinking it. I was thinking it, but I was just like, I feel like it's a little bit older than that.
No,
No, it's a 90s movie.
No.
I love that movie. I could watch that any day of the week.
Mm.
Yeah.
I still don't like that TBS likes to pretend it's a fucking comedy. They're so disrespectful.
Yeah, they're
What?
very weird. They're very weird about it.
They always advertise it as a fucking comedy. I'm like, there's nothing funny
Oh my
about this
God.
movie.
That's disrespectful.
In my
Whoa.
opinion.
Probably was like one like type of scene, but that's it.
What? Because she pushed Jack off the door in the water?
She didn't even try to help.
No.
She didn't even help. She could have moved to the side real quick.
Yeah.
Nope. Didn't
Damn,
even try.
Rose.
There was a lot of wood floating in that fucking water.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna bring this one up because I don't give a fuck who likes him or not. Which actor featured in 2 of the top 10 highest grossing films in the 90s? Hint: he is black.
Oh man.
Oh, Wesley Snipes?
Nope.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Nope.
Oh.
That was before he started pimping the game.
Eh.
Remember, he blew up after Jurassic Park.
That's facts. Oh,
Tell me when you're ready.
I don't know.
It ain't Denzel.
Unfortunately not. It should be.
Ooh, I want to watch John Q.
Mhm.
All right, hint. He has been in a lot of trouble lately.
Cuba? What? Cuba
Ain't nobody think
Gooding?
about Cuba.
Why did I think of him?
I don't know.
He's been in a
really
lot of
don't
trouble
know.
lately.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, sure.
Will Smith.
Oh, the slap heard around the world, dude.
Got it.
Yep. He was in Men in Black and Men in Black.
Mhm.
You know what I meant.
Mhm.
And Independence Day.
Mhm.
Yeah, duh.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh my gosh. We are
Ain't nobody
not
think-
getting the $1
ain't
million.
nobody thinking about Will Smith.
Listen, I just don't give a fuck.
He
Wow.
fucked himself over.
Also, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Slap whoever you want. Handle that shit in private. That's the only thing I cared about.
Yeah, that's true.
You should have slapped him in the back.
Yep.
But that's just me. All right. Do y'all want to do some things we love? And then wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I wrote some things that we don't actually talk about when we talk about the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
but it hits.
Okay.
90s cartoons.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like the amount of joy those cartoons brought me into adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
Bars.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
I'm just saying, Courage the Cowardly Dog was a homie.
You watched that too. I love that.
Loved
Oh,
it.
so good.
Courage was the jam.
Yeah.
Nonsensical,
try
but
to
it was
play
the
him?
jam.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Keish?
I said a little nonsensical, but it was the jam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I wasn't thinking
But
that
as kids,
deep when
it
I was
doesn't need to
younger.
make sense.
No.
No.
We weren't thinking that deep.
No, not at all. At all.
Did you watch
What
the
about
Angry
y'all?
Beavers?
No.
Oh man.
But I did watch, unfortunately, Cow Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cow chicken was odd.
I hated that one.
It was odd.
Well, one of those messy family relationships we talked about last episode.
Mm-hmm.
They used to compare me to Cow from Cow and Chicken.
Stop.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
People were terrible. But yeah, so
Listen.
no, don't fuck with Cow and Chicken like that.
Okay. Next.
Meh. Who's next? Popcorn.
I'll go. Blockbuster.
Yes.
I miss Blockbuster, going to the little store and getting your VHS tape and
It
your
was
little
more of an
candy.
event than the movies were.
It was.
Yeah.
Because you could take the movies home with you and enjoy it with the people that you want, not have to pay extra for your overhead of the place that you're trying to view the movie. Hey, that was such a good
You're
time.
right.
And sleepovers. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I never experienced Blockbusters, but around the neighborhood there was a bunch of, VHS rental places that you could like go into a video store and rent one. But I
Mhm.
never got the full experience of Blockbusters.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one more left. And I think it's in Oregon.
They're trying to
No, it's
preserve.
not there.
Yeah, they're trying to preserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I thought of?
Wow.
R&B music videos.
Ah,
Oh, they were so
that was
soulful.
the best.
Fire.
Especially
They're
the ones
soulful.
in the rain.
Mm-hmm. Where there's like a light.
Was it
drizzle coming
actually an
down.
R&B video if it didn't have rain?
No. Rain and puddles.
I'm just saying.
Or some type of moonlight in the background,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
And shirts off.
or
Always.
button downs open.
Yep.
Or they were torn shirts for the girls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
with some low rider jeans on.
Yeah.
Oh God.
In
Low
those
riders.
jeans.
Oh.
I mean, for
Not
me,
that
one
dumb.
thing I appreciate that came out of the 90s was the hairstyles. You know, that's when we had the more rocking of braids, two-strand twist, they brought back the little straight down hair, the straight sleek hairstyle with the flip at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
They brought that back. That shit was cute. Could never
Some
accomplish it.
people-
That's a lot of hairspray, but never accomplish it.
Yeah.
But it was cute. I loved it. And I like the fact that, braids continuously still be a part of our culture till to this day.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot
It's
of
a
braids back in the
requirement.
days.
Shoot, I mean, people are making it way more mainstream, as they should, for Black people. Because it's literally a requirement for us. Like, I need to get my hair braided now. I'm just lazy. That's just me.
Man, I just blanked on my other one.
Oh no.
Oh crap! It was so good.
Well, I have one more.
Okay, go say it.
It was the structure that we had in the 90s because we were obviously kids.
Mm-hmm.
But like, as a TV watcher, like, you had to have patience because your show came on once a week, and the reruns were not promised in the order that they're supposed to be shown in.
Yep.
And if you missed it, you better hope mom recorded it for you. Because if not, you're going to have to wait for the luck of the draw.
Dag.
Yep.
Or if they have a repeat night. Heaven forbid.
You had to make sure that you followed along all the episodes, that you were paying attention.
Yep.
It was a whole story.
Your memory retention had to be fire.
And back then it used to be. We had more than 6 seconds.
Yep.
Because I definitely have only 6 seconds now. I'm tired. Yeah, I miss that.
Yeah, that's true.
Not having everything so instant.
Yes. And kids nowadays definitely take that for granted.
They're fucking terrible.
Oh my God. Well, mine was going to be, I don't know if it was really the 90s or maybe the very, very early 2000s, but I miss AIM. That was so much fun. Making your little screen name, and then you hear the door open when somebody signed in. And then when that door closed, you're like, oh no, so-and-so left.
Missed it.
Oh gosh. Soccer 005 exclamation point asterisk 0. She left.
Usernames were wild.
Yes. Those were so good times. We didn't have phones at that moment of age, but we had AIM to rely on.
Yeah.
It was so good. And that dial up.
Also, the literal unplug. If you wanted to use the fucking internet, you were unplugged. You were talking to no one.
Hell yeah. You had to
If
make
it
that
was
sacrifice.
not on the internet.
You had to make that sacrifice. Internet
Yes.
or phone. Couldn't have both.
Nope.
Hell no.
We can't be greedy.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Nope.
No.
What do we know now? So. Yes. Do y'all have any more, ladies?
I mean, my last one, it kind of ties into cartoons, even though it's not cartoons, was 90s anime. All the greatest animes came out in the 90s. I don't care what nobody told me. I don't care. I can kick rocks.
No socks.
No socks.
Got it.
No shoes.
No, none for you.
Yeah, but for me, that was like the best time for animes was in the 90s.
I feel you.
The
TV in general.
creativity. Yeah.
Yeah, the content quality was fire.
I
mean,
think
there was some weird shit in the 90s.
I think it also comes from the fact that, like you said, back then there was no hustle and bustle to release things, so everything came out like on a weekly basis. A show would be on a hiatus for like a year or two before it came back out with a new
Yeah.
seasons, versus now everything needs to be back to back to back to back to back. And I think that's why like the quality for TV and content period is not that great anymore.
Mhm.
Like for me it's just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, where's the plot line? Where's the storyline? I like a good story.
Yeah.
So I think that's why for me it's really hard for me to find new shows now that I want to watch or like, or if I start watching something and I'm just like 3-4 episodes in, that I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So I just literally end up
I can
watching
make it 2
repeats.
episodes.
Yeah, I just end up watching like reruns of like the same, of like going back to shows that I've watched many times before and having the same laugh over and over again.
Mhm.
I mean, it'd be like that. Because that's my life.
Yeah.
We're literally, as I said, watching Everyone Loves Raymond right now.
Yeah. That's my show
Never
back
thought
then.
I'll be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, ladies, let's wrap this up.
Alrighty.
If y'all, that's good with y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, well, let's do our weekly recommendations for those of you just tuning in. This anything that we think would help improve your week, month, moment, mind, whatever. And it can be music, movies, TV shows, or advice. So, ladies, I'm gonna knock mine out.
Mhm.
We've mentioned this before. Please find ways to maintain your peace and your mind. So right now I'm on hyper stress mode. So my response to that is hyper scheduling and just indulging in stationary stuff because I'm such a nerd. It makes me so happy. I'm waiting on something to get here today.
Oh, that's exciting.
I am so excited.
It's the little things.
It's the little things. Go ahead.
Want to go, Kelly?
Yeah, I was about to go. So, kind of going off of Melissa, I said to truly invest and turn your living space into an escape from reality, which is what I'm currently doing. And for most people, you kind of want to move into a space and get everything just situated. But I am literally taking my time to invest in certain pieces. I have vision boards of how I want to decorate. I'm becoming my own HGTV situation. Just yesterday, I finished building a table from scratch, wood, saw, everything, loved it. And I just
When you
sanded
coming
it.
over, Kelly?
Huh?
So when you coming over?
Anytime, because honestly, I already started setting up to take real estate classes. So,
Nice. You know, I was thinking about doing that.
Oh, girl,
I need to connect you with my sister.
I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah, she does real estate on the side.
Woo!
Just
Yeah.
as literally as that, as a side thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it means just staying in the office.
We love that.
Mm-hmm.
But we need more Black real estate agents anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that'd be
That's
so
honestly
good.
what made me want to do it.
Good
Mm-hmm.
Black real estate agents.
Seriously. So going back to
Sorry.
investing in your space, I just like to do my own thing. So DIY projects, taking the time to find certain pieces, kind of thrifting it and turning it into something different. But I feel like at the end of your day, you need to come back to a space that is your humble abode, escape from reality.
Yeah.
And just for those few hours of being home before you go to sleep, I just want to be in an environment that I feel at peace. And if that's just in decorating and prepping for decorating, that's what I'm going to do. And I encourage everybody else to kind of do the same if you have that energy.
I feels you with that.
Or the moolah.
Yeah.
I support you.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you need help, call me up.
Listen, when Melissa gets her house, I need
there.
the army.
I am there.
I need both of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I need dad, and I
Got
need
you.
my brother.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Give us
I
the
need
budget and we got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
You know I'm a thrifty bitch. You know I like.
You know the
She
budget's
bougie
already
on a
put
budget now.
together.
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. So mine's a little bit similar to Kelly's, but it has nothing to do with your house space. It has to do with your car space. Your car is not a junkyard. Your car is your car. I'm tired of seeing, listen, I got some coworkers, I got some crusty cars.
Crusty.
And I'm just like, why is this a thing? Why your car look like this? Don't do this to your car. Clean your car. Please clean your car. Pick up the trash. It's not a recycling hut. You shouldn't have bottles laying tossing around on the floor. That shit annoys me. I can't stand the sound of hearing anything being jiggled around in the car while I'm driving. If I hit a pothole, a cup should not go flying.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
That makes no sense. So people, please clean your car.
Not the flying.
Pick up after yourself. Get a bag. Just get like a little bag, like one of them little plastic bags that you get from like the fucking Chinese store or wherever you go, or one of those little recycling shopping bags. So that way you just put the trash in there, and then once it's filled, you take it into the house and then dump it there. It's not that hard. Or you can just dump it in the street trash. That's it. Just clean your car. Please clean your car.
I feel you on that. I've seen some horrible cars in
Yeah,
the parking lot.
Girl. Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Girl. I got a whole trunk organizer because y'all know I got an SUV, so I got a lot of open space. So I got an organizer in my trunk. I got a garbage can in the back. Well, it's a garbage bag situation. I don't know how to describe it, but I got one of those. I got a Airwick diffuser mist in my car as well, so it always smells nice.
Oh girl, I got that wood fragrance thing. Just pop that bitch in the trunk.
Yeah, you just do whatever. Yeah. Like they have the fragrance cans. You just pop it open, slip it under the seat. It makes your car smells like yummy cherries. The cherry ones are the best. The other ones are disgusting. Doesn't make any sense.
Strawberry all day. Ew.
I've never tried the strawberry one. Any other one that I've tried except the cherry is just bad.
So cherry just smells terrible
compared to the other ones. I've never tried the strawberry, but
it smells lovely.
The Airwick essential oil diffuser mist thing has been doing wonders for me. It smells great. Every time you get in there, it's nice and crispy, and it smells like lavender linens. I love it. I love it.
Clean car gang.
And as a hack, you can buy the wallflowers from Bath and Body Works. Is it Bath and Body Works?
Yeah, Bath and Body.
I always get it confused with Bed Bath and Beyond.
Me too.
Too much.
You're not alone.
But you buy those. You can pop the top off because the new mist machines, they don't take the wallflowers anymore like the old ones. So you can just pop the top off, pour the wallflower liquid into the Airwick one, and pop it in there. That's what I do because I'm not paying $7.99 for the Airwick. I'm gonna go to Bed Bath and Beyond and get the 5 for $25. Is it? Yeah, the 5 for $25 and call it a day.
Heard.
So yeah.
Bada boom, bada bing.
And I got one in my living room. And by the cat box.
Oh, well, yes.
I don't play. I like my surroundings to smell nice because I always smell nice.
Thank the Lord.
All right, ladies. Well, I'm ready to wrap this sucker up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to High Tea with Mel, Kel, and Kay. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes and follow us on Instagram at hight_podcast and on Twitter at hightpod1. And take a peek in the description box for all links on High Tea. We'll talk to you the same time, same place next week. And KK out.